Hey, welcome everyone to the Sketch Zone podcast. I'm Carlos. That's
Hey.
Charlie.
Hello, nation. I'm back off of my little vacay. Glad to be here. Let's go.
Nice. And Jack is usually with us. However, it's Jack's birthday currently unveiling itself or unrolling itself
Revealing itself.
as we speak. So quick little happy birthday to Joaquin.
What was that? What's his name?
Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday, Jack.
You are having a wonderful birthday. And with that being said, we'll probably talk about him a little bit more further on in the show.
Yeah.
But for now, we believe every day is a good day when you paint. So let's take a look at what the nation did, because last time we met, we came up with a fox rocking rooftop.
Yeah,
there's a couple good ones in here too.
Yeah.
There's
a couple gems.
All right, let's take a look. Giancarlo, what's up, dude? Hey, good hanging out last week.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Look at him with his little fancy camera. Boy, if you don't get your
you know he's serious. He put his hand in his shirt.
Got the little Napoleon thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's see.
Short.
SLC Steve Clark in the building.
Yeah.
This one's cool. I love the way he works colors.
Yeah. Let's go with purple.
He's a good one. Good one.
It's a good one.
I agree with Dynamite TV. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
Let's go, Raptors. Oh, stop it.
What's up, Long Arm? What's up, Landon? Yeah. Raptors
just
out.
Stop.
But I mean, you're talking about arguably one of the best basketball teams in the history of the NBA. But I mean,
is that game over? Did I miss it? Did they lose?
Yeah. Golden State lost by, what was it, like maybe 8? Maybe.
Oh, so this is game 1, right?
8 or 6. Yeah, just game 1.
Okay.
Yeah, don't go thinking that stuff is going to continue to happen. That's not how they get down.
That is not. They about to blow their lights out next game. Keep them out the gym. And you know what happened?
By 40.
Steve Kerr is yelling at them right now.
as we
give them any kind of heart. These dudes, the Raptors got so much heart right now, and Drake is gonna make a whole album about this. Watch out, because this dude's worse than Spike Lee. I think so. I think he is. He's about to troll the whole United States.
Sounds like Charlie wants to make a bet. Ooh, the gauntlet has been thrown.
We could do that, but I don't want to take your money though. That's all. I'm just going off of like.
All right, let's get through these drawings real quick, and then we'll get back to the basketball. Because we got Logi 76. Very nice. Cool, this was very nice. Very well done. I like the line work. We're gonna get back to it, Long Arm, because you laying out some fighting words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything, the structure of this guy is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So well done.
I like it. It's got an old school feel to me.
Shiloh.
Shiloh.
Dude, yeah. You ever wonder, like, if Shiloh Cintiq just sets itself on fire sometimes? It's like, bro, I can't.
It's a cool color scheme.
Yeah.
Everybody take notes. That's a cool way to do nighttime.
Yeah. Dude is rocking his butt off. As always, wonderful. And I don't know, like right here in the doorway. I don't know if those are eyes. I don't know if those are eyes or eggs back there.
Those are eyes, buddy.
Oh, those are eyes done.
Somebody's.
Yeah, lot o' work indeed. But lovely. Shiloh, dude. You're amazing, dude. That's it. Moving on. Here's another really good one. Gus. This one's cool. Fox in the hen house. There you go. That's why. I was like, what? What's with all the chickens?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. I got it. But I didn't say anything. I was like, okay.
This one's cool too. I like it. The rendering of the roof is pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see who else chimed in. This one's just dead cute.
Oh, this is like a Hallmark card.
Yeah. Little fox wants to cuddle.
Fox is trying to kill itself. Is that rocking chair on the roof? Trying to.
This is
one rock and be gone.
What's that one show? The one with Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, Jackass.
Jackass. This is an episode of Jackass. Here, get on this roof with this rocking chair. Little fox is like, okay. Later, he ends up in the hospital with a neck brace.
Just blinking.
He's got a neck brace and a Band-Aid where a splinter happened on his finger. It's cute though. I like this one a lot. This would be a dope sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Kai Castle.
Kai Castle that draws.
Yeah.
Has he done one for us before?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah. They're all usually super well done like this. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's see who else. Oh, yours truly. And here's a little bit of a spoiler alert. My next video for my channel, for my YouTube channel, is going to be explaining this drawing and how.
Oh, you doing a breakdown?
Yeah, because I'm trying to. How do you say? And I think this is the last one, so we can remind me. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about going outside for to find motivation.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And even reference materials. Anyway, so yeah, that was mine, and I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. So let's take a look. A long arm, Landon. You know how it works. What do you guys think? What should we have? Charlie, do you have an opinion?
I would like a action.
Action.
People can pick the rest. What else?
Let's see what it looks like if we did. Nice work, folks. Yeah, I agree, long arm.
Yeah, it's very good.
How about we do action, adjective, and character? Unless I'll give the chat probably about like 10 seconds, just because I know there's a little bit of a delay.
Take out the character.
Take out?
So
location. Landon, man, if you don't stop.
Yeah.
You're going to be put in the corner with Noel.
Yeah, that's cool. Adjective,
action.
I like that. Adjective, action, and location.
Let's see what happens.
Chat has spoken.
Let's see what happens. Only because it's Landon.
See,
Landon knows he has a special place in my heart.
Weird.
Yeah, Landon. We put that together.
Yo,
thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, it's special.
All right, how about okay, I thought you didn't understand. No, I just location is it's a sensitive subject.
See, I like this.
Enchanted robbing gingerbread house.
Yo, you can't tell me that's not good.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, drink that.
Because this can go. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we're not even gonna go too much further than that.
I'm gonna let it happen.
I mean, this opens up
so much. I love it when I pick these things. Such a good job.
No, what's going to happen? What the hell was I going to say?
What's going to happen?
It's a lot of possibilities in that prompt. Yeah, I know. I mean, you can totally have an enchanted gingerbread house robbing someone.
Why are you giving it away? You messed it up. You guys just be quiet. You just gotta let it rock.
I'm gonna be a snitch on myself.
Yeah, why you just gotta let it rock? Yo, I just know what these gonna look like. Oh, Jack's making one. This one's just weird enough. It's weird. It's right up with Jack's alley.
Spoiler alert, indeed. Oh man,
I have all type of jokes, but I'm just not gonna say anything.
The what happened?
I have all type of jokes. I just won't say anything for this one. I don't want to give anybody any kind of ideas.
Yeah. So Enchanted robbing gingerbread house.
Yes.
And handled it. Like the doors are open. Can be whatever the hell your brain sets off. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. So right before the show started, I was telling Charlie that Lil Nas X, my play cousin, there was this little, it was a like a class.
You saw a video of a school.
Yeah. And they were all performing his song
in the gym. Yeah.
What is it?
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road. Thank you. And then he showed up to that very school, and it was during a talent show. So the talent show was happening in the gym, and Lil Nas X walks in, and everyone was like, "Yo!" And then all of a sudden, his song started, and he didn't even get 2-3 words out. The entire school jumped up and started singing.
Now these are like his song. These are like little kids, like going crazy.
Yeah,
not like high school,
9-year-old,
like 4th, 5th, 6th, 4th graders, like just going in, or younger. Some of them look younger to me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all the words.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting back thinking to myself, yeah, you forget your homework and you forget to do your spelling, but you know all the words to that damn song, don't you?
I just like how he's rocking the cowboy outfits. He's gonna ride this. He's like, this is where it's gonna be.
He
thought we go one way, but this concept works. Let's go with it. Gets an endorsement deal from Wrangler, just goes on, in.
And he's got the little what's the little danglies on the?
I know. I saw.
He had a jean jacket with leather danglies on there.
Yeah. Like a couple different versions of that. He had a dark outfit on one. He's gonna be wearing them cowboy hats.
Landon said, "Who is he? Is he Nas's baby?"
He's a little.
It would answer a lot. That would answer a lot because
he's a little. One of them little rappers. just search Old Town Road.
Yeah.
And no, it's not Billy Ray Cyrus's kid.
Yeah, he's just like he legit. This is his first hit song.
It's like
he might be like 3 weeks old. Like
it's like literally his first song hit like crazy.
Yeah.
I just sent like Carlos a trailer to the new Rambo movie, Last Blood, and they remixed the song and used that song, Old Town Road, for the Rambo movie just now. That's how big the song is right now. You can't go wrong if you put that song in. And like they slowed it down and like made it.
Yeah, they did.
Made it cool. It was really cool. Go watch that trailer too.
My question to you is this: like Rambo has been Rambo for
decades.
When the first movie came out in like
90, 80?
80s. 80s.
I'll say 85. That's my guess. That's my guess.
When
because it can't be that.
I want to say like 80, like early 80s. I want to say like 81, 82.
Okay, the first one, maybe?
When did Rambo First Blood come out?
It's not First Blood.
October 1st, 1982. Boom.
Wow. So it was already old. So, Oh, wait a minute. He hasn't done a lot of them. Okay. So then he waited to 2008. Now this was okay. So 2008.
There was First Blood, and then there was Rambo.
John Rambo.
First Blood Part 2. That happened in 1985.
Oh.
And then John Rambo.
2000.
No, hold up.
That's what I'm saying. It jumps. Where's my Wikipedia?
Cast, development, screenplay.
You have a Wikipedia? I can't find one. Hold on. Rambo franchise. Here it goes. First Blood's 1982, right?
Yeah.
Rambo First Blood Part 2,
1985.
And then Rambo 3 is 88.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably when I remember because 88, 8 years old. That's I'm born in 80, so the first two probably were too old for me, right? But 88 is probably what I'm thinking. The one I'm thinking of. But that's probably the one in the jungle. No, maybe. Oh.
That was the one in the jungle. Was all right. So the first one was where he just came home, and they were stalking him in the forest, and then he blew up that little city.
Yep.
Then the second one was, you know what? There's got to be an easier way to
do this.
Rambo franchise.
No, I'm on the what's called it. I'm on the wiki right now, but I didn't go into the. Here you go. Because I see it. Because then they waited after 88. He waited to 2008. Notice how you did 2008. 1988.
All right, so there was Rambo. That's the one where that kicked it all off. He just came home and they picked on him and he blew up gas stations and stuff. Rambo First Blood Part 2 was 3 years into his sentence. John Rambo is visited by his old commander.
Oh, they pull him out of jail. That's what it was.
Yeah, they pull him out of jail and send him over to Vietnam because there was still like MIA, POWs still there.
This is how he clears his name.
And that's the one where that cute little Asian girl was like, "You not," what's it? He tries to explain to her what oh man, what's the word? When you don't matter.
Insignificant.
Rambo Part 2. Expendable. Yeah. So it was this heart-touching moment where John Rambo was talking to his guide that ended up they ended up catching feelings, as the kids would say. And then she goes, "Well, why did they send you?" He goes, "Because I'm expendable." And she goes, what means expendable? And he goes, "Well, it's like, when someone throws a party and they invite you and you don't show up, it doesn't really matter." And then later when she's dying, she gets shot up and she's laying there dying. And he's mad because they just killed his boo. And he's like, "Oh, whatever." And she's like, "Rambo, you not expendable." It was a touching moment. And then he just snapped and killed everyone. Everyone.
So then there's First Blood Part 2.
That was 85. Part 2, the expendable one.
And in 88, he came back young, in his prime.
Just ripped.
Now, was he doing Rockies?
Yeah. It was like, you know how Apple will test out some technology on an iPhone, and then they release an iPad with that tested technology, but then they add some stuff into the iPad waiting for the next iPhone to come out. So then they test some stuff on the iPhone. That's basically what was happening with Stallone and his Rocky Rambo thing, right? So he would work on Rocky. He made a little bit of money. He bought his dog back. That's in real life. Like he was that broke when he made Rocky. He didn't have much, and he sold his dog and everything he had to make that movie. And then he made so much money off of that first Rocky movie that he went back and bought his dog back.
Gotcha.
You want to talk about a price increase? Someone got gouged.
Yeah. It can cost you interest.
Yeah. So then it was basically going back and forth like that.
So then you waited. So then it died, right? It's an 80s movie at this point. Until 2008. That was John Rambo.
Rambo 3.
That was in 88.
Is in 88. And
then Rambo was 2008, where they find him living in Thailand. And he lives.
This is where they send him to Afghanistan. Yeah, this one was crazy. This was where
everybody was like, whoa,
one where dude
blood.
Except when he was Cobra. Yeah. And even Cobra. Cobra was like Rocky and Rambo put together because he was a bad dude. Cobra, he just showed up and solved problems with his fist or his guns
and his knife.
And that's the one where him and that tall girl started. What's her name? She ended up with Flava Flav. Brigitte Nielsen.
Bridget Nielsen, who's ended up being crazy or something.
Yeah, you gotta be crazy to be messed around.
But he had Bridget back when she was like.
And I don't mean to talk bad about people, but Flava Flav is like a walking foot fungus.
But remember, that was her trying to be relevant.
Okay.
Remember, she was on a TV show and everything. I don't think she did really. They like all smoking mirrors.
So yeah, this one, the Rambo.
That one was the bloody one.
Noel's here.
Oh, what Noel say?
You're just crazy. Yeah. Period, Carlos.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this one was crazy because he gets the Rambo 3. He gets shot in the midsection, and then he puts some gunpowder in there and lights himself on fire.
That's Rambo 3.
You want to talk about hotter than Taco Bell, boy?
Yeah, that's true. I still can't get over the next one though. That one was bloody.
Rambo. All right, let's take a look.
That one was the bloody one. Remember, that was like, remember Rambo from the 80s? And then it comes back in 2008. And he's like literally like they're exploring all the new ways they can like never cut the camera away, where they used to cut the camera away. And then they would just keep the camera on. So you literally see him like ripping people apart and like blood's flying at the camera.
Isn't that the one where he had those explosive arrowheads?
Yeah.
And he would just like he would line it up and you'd hear tick, 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 and he would let it go, and then there's
he was in the jungle
hamburger meat all over the place.
Yeah, it was like they just like the pyro guys want to just put a bunch of like fake blood and like explode it and like shoot it into the air.
That's the one where
they were showing everything
himself in mud, and the soldiers walk by, and then all of a sudden his eyes open. You're like, yo!
Yeah, he's just slicing their like Achilles heel. And it's like just like you seeing the arm get cut off. It was like a horror movie.
Yeah,
but people liked it.
It was a thing.
And these guys, the producers of that one must have been like doing the new ones. So they're doing it again, and that's what the new one is now.
And then the sequel is Rambo Last Blood, which will be interesting because according to the trailer, which this is why we're talking about that. We opened the show talking about, I was like, how are we going so deep in Rambo history?
We're like here right now.
Lil Nas X came out with a jam, and it's on the radio as we speak. Black dude doing country hip hop, and they're saying that this is the first.
Not even a thing.
That's why they're saying that he's opening up a brand new genre. Dare I say genre? Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Stop it. You two stop it.
I'm saying hello to the nation.
Uh-huh.
Who else here?
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, because it's pretty cool to see, number one, and I had gotten into a discussion about this where they're saying that this is the first hip hop country song ever, and I was like, pump the brakes.
It's not really,
because Nelly came out with who did he team up with?
That was
Florida Georgia Line or something.
Yeah, but that's different though, because he was the featured artist. He wasn't it wasn't his song.
Well, it was his song, and then they did a cover. Yeah.
So that's not the same though. So that means they remix like you do on YouTube and remix it into a country song.
No, what's your paper on? Writing 10-page paper. Oh, that's easy.
No, it's going in.
You know what? This is what we can do. What we do is we'll sit here and just spout out a bunch of information. Noel, you do text to speech or speech to text on your iPhone.
Yeah, we'll give you like 20 pages.
And we'll write 10 pages, no problem.
I can do that, no problem.
Expanding the DNA database.
Sounds good.
Oh, we can talk about that. So first, it starts with Rambo. Mm-hmm. And then you go get Lil Nas X. Because that is... just playing. So yeah, Florida Georgia Line got together and they did a cover of Nelly's Cruise. And then they got together and they made the cover together because Florida Georgia Line did it. Nelly heard it and he's like, yo, that's dope. Let's do it. Let's go make this money. And they went.
But Nelly was the feature on that though.
It was it's Nelly's original song.
Yeah, but it was a cover for the original song. So the original song wasn't.
No, the country. Florida Georgia Line song is a cover of the original Nelly song.
I understand that, but the original Nelly song wasn't country.
Right. So that's a conversation.
That's talking about this. Yeah. So that
was a conversation, right?
Yeah.
That was a conversation. We were talking about the person that I was having a conversation or that talking about this with was they're saying, oh, this is the first hip hop country song, and I'm like, no.
You're technically right though.
Right.
Because Nilla
it's not a cover.
Made a country rap song.
Yeah. It's not a cover.
Yeah, it's not a cover.
It's specifically a country hip hop song.
Yeah, but somebody said something else though. It was another person they mentioned back in the day. I don't remember. Maybe it was the Nelly one you were talking about, but I thought that was another feature. And that's why it was a big deal when people were switching it, and all these people in like the South and other places were making like billboards for Billy Ray Cyrus and putting his name first and doing all this stuff.
And let me say this. Do yourself a favor and find a song. I forget who did it, but I know that it's something, I'll see if I can't find it eventually, but it's a song that came out in the 90s.
Okay.
And it was, you know that song, The Devil Went Down to Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
This song is The Devil Went Up to Michigan.
Why did he do that?
Because instead of playing for a fiddle of gold, he DJ battled someone from Detroit.
Oh gosh.
for turntables made of gold.
Yo.
Yeah. And
why is that?
Devil came up to Michigan.
So he was looking for when you played it. You sit there and played it slowly.
because it's hard to understand. I tried to talk to people like Risky and Sean Doe and even Ryan, and I'm like, "You guys heard this song?" They're like, do I want to?"
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was a clever riff.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard this Nelly song.
KMC Crew.
KMC Crew.
I'm gonna send you guys a link right now.
Gosh.
So if you can hear my voice, do yourself a favor. Well, actually, there, I'm gonna leave it in the chat. Do yourself a favor and check that out.
Yeah,
because the devil gets in on those turntable, wooka, 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 and scratching and mixing and doing all kinds of stuff. But then my man from Detroit came in and just dropped a bomb.
oh my gosh. I never heard this Nelly one. I really have never heard this.
You never heard the Nelly one?
With the cruise. I never heard it.
Oh.
Hit the button on accident. I was like, oh, is this back when he was like big still?
Yeah.
This is toward the end.
Yeah, no. It was like when he was still popping.
I'm trying to figure, okay. Does he even okay, yo. Like they
wait. No, that cruise song, that is actually oh, you know what it is?
Cruise remix featuring Nelly.
They mashed him up. That's what it is. It's a mashup. Because Florida Georgia Line has a song called Cruise, and then they blended in some of Nelly's what you call this song.
I gotta give it to them. They're like mashing of the videos where it's like it's a country video. Just say this. Never mind. He did a good job.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Like people in country videos don't look like this normally.
No,
it's like country, but Diddy's taste.
I will tell you, there's a lot of traditional country music people that don't like the current country music.
I bet they don't,
because it's hella poppy now.
This would scare Florida. Be country dad.
They come home listening to that, lose their mind.
They lose their mind for what they're wearing.
Like, what the hell are you listening to? He's like, you think that's good? Listen to KMC Crew. Devil went up to Michigan.
There's not a black person in this video besides Nelly. But somehow, even though they're standing in front of trucks with the smoke and the country outfits, I feel they're not appealing to country anymore. Man, I did pretty good. You see how I explained that without getting in trouble? Y'all better watch out. That's why they get mad. That's why people voted for Trump. See.
Well, if we would have left country music alone, they would have been fine.
People lose their mind thinking somebody end up calling rap the new rock and roll, and scary. He was kind of right. He was kind of right.
So anyway, yeah, all that to say, whether or not you like Lil Nas X, I don't know. His video has 91,643,906 views. Do
you know how much that is in subsidized videos money each month? Do you understand how much money that is coming in every minute at this point?
And that's, I mean, we were talking about, actually, no, we haven't been. I'm trying to get Justin Lee, I believe his name. Dustin Lee, and he runs passive income for artists and podcast and retro supply company. But anyway, the passive income thing, that's what's cool when you start when you get something that goes viral and you get that many followers, like that's a little bit of change that makes a little bit of difference.
Yeah, that's on top of your record deal. Now you're getting that. I don't know if that gets rolled in because it's 2019. They might include streaming into your deal, but if it's not, that's like a residual paycheck each month he should be getting.
Right.
Like a salary. That's a salary on top of his deal. He should be getting each one off of that one video. I don't know how much that would be. 90 depends on who they have subsidizing that video. How many different there it goes. You're good. How many different ads and stuff are connected to that video. But that you're getting into some of them big YouTubers territory.
Yeah, I mean, he just came out. Let me see. He's got. It looks like he might have
2 months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe.
Yeah, he started posting videos. His oldest video is 5 months ago. Hold up, I'm gonna
5 months. Where are you at right now? That's so crazy.
5 months ago, even maybe even. I mean, I'll give him 11 months ago. He's got Lil Nas X, Sonic. He's commenting on Sonic, and he's got something about Thanos and stuff like that. So he doesn't have that many. He doesn't have that many videos up. Period. But he still has. Granted, he's out there making moves, but he's got 2,354,574 followers. Okay. So handle business, dude. And this is, I mean, we can let's go a little bit deeper into that. But are you really viral if you don't go on Ellen? No. And
Has he been on Ellen yet? Did he go on Ellen?
I don't know.
Ellen yet.
I haven't heard.
Well, he's viral. If your song's getting remixed in movie trailers and everywhere else, you've made it. But Ellen is over the top. You go on
the fact
Ellen
that the video has 91,700,000 views. It's officially viral. Or did I tell you
what? What's up?
Speaking of virility. Virility is not the proper word.
Not the proper word.
For something, well, you know what I mean.
Yes.
I've been doing those cartoons for that dude, Biro and Bobby.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Radio guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, guys.
Yeah. One of those cartoons is at on my YouTube channel is on 10,000 views.
There it is.
Yeah. And we posted it on his Instagram. That stuff was close to 1.5 mil. Really? Last time I checked, it was 1.4.
Are you subsidized on those?
Not on those.
You can be.
Yeah. So I guess this is a really good topic for artists that are listening. I was going to do a video, and I probably still will, but I'll spoiler alert it here.
Oh,
you know how when people talk to you about doing work for quote unquote exposure, well, Bobby's been wanting to animate these calls. He's got a ton of them. By ton, I mean a couple thousand calls already recorded.
Right.
And he's like, I'm trying to get ready to pitch to some places. Can you help me with this? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I guess for those folks that don't know, I own my own animation and design company. Creative services, I guess we could say. I own my own creative services company.
Yep.
And so I'm always hustling. If I'm not working on Sketch Zone, I'm working on my own company and doing animation and trying to be better at drawing and all that stuff. All that to say, he came to me, we talked, and I did like 1 or 2 videos using, I wanted to learn how to use Character Animator, Adobe Character Animator. And so I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. And I did the first couple in a Character Animator. Well, he wants them to be done faster, to which we had the conversation about me owning my own company, and I have bills and I have to pay for things like internet. Otherwise, my whole thing is like doesn't count. And then we talked about price, which it freaks everyone out.
Okay.
Everyone thinks that what we do is easy.
So?
And so they think that they can get away with, oh, hey, just do this episode for $200. Well, no, I'm not going to work on, it takes what, 2 to 3 weeks to do. It took me what, 3 weeks to do an 8-minute animation. And it wasn't even, I didn't even go all out. All I animated was like the top half, right? So we cut a deal. He's got a lot of followers. He's got a lot of followers, but he doesn't have the budget to actually, which there's a lot of people out here that don't. Plus, he needs, obviously, he needs his money to run his radio show and blah, 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 blah. It's no surprise that people don't necessarily want to pay creatives. That's not a new thing. And it's not that he doesn't want to pay, it's that he doesn't have the money to actually
do what he wants to
pay. Right. So I'm always on the show talking about don't work for free. If you want exposure, go to Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And my relationship with this dude started on Instagram.
Oh, really? Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. So he made a post that said he was looking for basically me. And then one of the people that listens to him, that knew about him, that's one of my family members, they reached out to me, and that's how he and I met. So we've been working together, like kicking around ideas and stuff, trying to make things happen together for a couple years now. And so we had we're at that point where I broke it down to him and I was like, look, I can't do this for free. But, and this is my tip to all of you creatives, just because someone doesn't have the money to pay you properly doesn't mean you can't find you can't find benefit, right? And so when we talked, he always talked about people love these calls and they think they're hilarious and I want to animate them, and I have however many tens of thousands of followers, la la la, which is awesome. Because this dude, I mean, he's putting in the work. He's building his brand and he's doing what we are supposed to be doing, what we as artists do on Instagram and even on YouTube and Facebook and all these art sharing things. And one of the reasons why we do the fun prompt is to get more exposure for you guys. So then that way you see the benefit of doing the fun prompt, right? You have people you have a community looking at your work, and the more people that see your work, the better. And then things take off from there. Hopefully take off from there.
Yeah.
All that to say, so there was really no budget. But we found a benefit for both of us.
Cool.
And the deal is I'll work on these cartoons, but he has to help me build my audience. and so far so good. I mean, and we're doing really cool things too. Well, me. I did ask his permission to like reach out to his audience or to have his audience reach out to me. This weekend, or actually on Monday, was the first day that we did this, but I had people follow me on YouTube and then comment that they want to be in a cartoon. And so what we're doing is I will pick a random subscriber and make a cartoon version of them and use them as one of the characters in these prank phone calls. And it's just really cool. I think it's a really cool solution because now he gets what he wants. I get, he gets content. I get content. I get followers. He'll end up getting new followers too. Blah blah blah. So all of that to say, don't necessarily work for free. Don't work for free, but that doesn't mean that you can't find benefit from working with people.
Yeah.
And exposure is just not a good enough term anymore. You need to leverage your skills and find something that they can do, whether it's I've done this before where a company didn't have the money to pay me. And so I just took a part of the company. I worked for stock in the company and it took a little while, but it paid off. And I've also done things like, I'll help you out, but I get to keep the laptop or whatever. There's always something. You should never leave.
Like the barter system, yeah.
Right. You should never leave a situation without some sort of benefit.
Right.
Right. And it doesn't necessarily have to be cash. It can be something else that benefits you. Just Shark Tank. That's a good idea, to have the audience member as a character of the animation. Yeah, Landon, and it works. Like people are very invested in it now. And it's just really cool, and I can't wait because actually here, let me see. I was gonna show you guys what I'm doing in Flash, but I'm using the pre-release version, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yep, you're right. Negotiation is a good skill to have.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna share, and I mean, at the end of the day, companies don't want to work with someone who just walks in and is a complete hard ass and is like, no, I can't do it. Either put money on the table or get out. People don't really, and there might be a time and place for that. But always, even if you say, okay, let me think about this and give me a day or two to think about it.
Don't try
and
to
even like talk to some friends about it. Try to figure out, and I mean, we have our the chat channel, the Discord.
Yep.
We have our Discord channel. If you guys ever want to like bounce ideas through there, or even somehow reach out to us, like we're not here just to tell jokes, for as good or bad as the jokes may be. We always try to reach out and do things and help you guys through things like this, because between the three of us, we've seen a lot of things. Everything from Charlie being offered, what was it, $15 an hour to work on at a
$11
an hour.
11 with 9 years of experience.
Yeah, never. All right, so this is the dude. You guys are getting a hella sneak peek. What's the difference between Flash, Adobe Animate, Character Animator, or whatever it's called? Yeah, I always have to negotiate restraining orders. All right. So yeah. So anyway, this is the dude. This is the dude that got picked randomly.
Awesome.
And then this guy is the other guy. So I was working on this cartoon before, and
so now what do? You put him as the person on the phone?
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that exists in real life.
Yeah, but he's the one. Now he's gonna be the one.
This guy is just another one. Like I said, I was working on this cartoon before I got this idea. I was like, this will be perfect. So now, this is the dude. This is the real life dude, and then this is the made up dude. And then what I'm going to do is, right now, what I'm going to be working on is, I'm going to be like getting him ready for Adobe Animate.
And, so what are you doing? Are you doing a whole like really nice sketch and rendering, and then that gets put out before the thing comes out?
Well, I wanted to do a caricature, and I actually did a drawing of this dude, and then I let him see it, and I let him see it, and I gave it to him, and I posted it on Instagram and stuff. But it wasn't like what I like to do a lot of times is I'll do a drawing, and then like if I feel pretty good about it, yeah, fine, all right, cool. I'll post it on Instagram, and the one that I posted on Instagram was pretty good, and I was happy with it. But then I came back the next day, and I was like, let me see if I can do this a little better, and I think I did. So yeah. So to get back to Landon's question, the difference between Flash and Adobe Animate, there is no those two are the same exact thing. I just say Flash because it drives me crazy to say I'm going to animate and animate.
Yeah, Flash got changed their name to Adobe Animate when Adobe bought them. And
no, actually, it was Flash for a long time, but then Flash became a bad word on the internet.
They had to rebrand it. Yeah,
and they rebranded it. Yeah. So now it's called Adobe Animate. And the difference between Adobe Animate and Character Animator, Adobe Animate is I almost said traditional animation tool, but it's not. It's got you can animate traditionally in there, but the strength of it is being able to use symbols and rotating and manipulating the different symbols. Character Animator, you take and you build a puppet in either Illustrator or Photoshop, and then you bring it into Character Animator, and it'll actually do lip syncing for you. Chances are, depending on how fast or how good the audio is, it does a relatively good job. And actually, Animate will do that too now. But the cool thing about Character Animator is the puppet is rigged in a way where you can put like dragging handles and stuff like that. So when you move the arm, it uses kinematics to move the arm. So it's more of an acting tool than it is an animating tool, if that makes sense. So if I'm looking at Character Animator, if I have Character Animator open, it uses the web camera. And if I move my head like this, it moves the head of the puppet. If I blink, it'll blink. If I move my body, it'll move the body. But then you have to like animate the arms and stuff. So if you're trying to, the reason I used Character Animator for the first couple episodes of this was because it was more of a proof of concept. I just wanted to draw a character and animate it really fast because one of the things that, here's another tip, one of the things that you don't want to do is you don't want to spend a lot of time on a project that's not paying.
Right.
But again, you don't want to say no. So what I did was I drew something in Photoshop, and what you do is for the lip syncing, you do all the mouth movements Oh, good, Landon. You make all your mouth movements, and then it'll handle character animator will handle the lip syncing, and then you can just animate and do things, and it makes animation really easy. So if you're looking to do something quick and dirty, take a look at character animator. It's legit, and it's 2D. You can bring in 3D renderings to do the character part. No, actually, I've seen where someone has modeled characters in 3D and done all of the things and exported them and built the puppet in Photoshop using the 3D renderings. And then they'll take that that puppet and bring it into Photoshop character animator, and then they animate that way. One of the shows that uses character animator is our cartoon president on, I believe, Showtime. And you can see some of the full episodes on YouTube too. It's pretty funny.
Somebody just told me, Jack just told me there's a show. DreamWorks uses Adobe Animate.
Yeah, there was a couple of them. There's one that I don't know.
Be quiet. I don't think so.
Yeah, there's one that I don't know if I can talk about, but
just realized. But they do use that as a tool.
Landon, for me, it really depends on the project. The first couple I did in character animator because I wanted to hurry up and get it out the door just to see. But when me and this dude decided to team up, I wanted to do a little bit more because as a beginning animator, character animator is the way to go. But there's limitations and there's like structural things that happens. Like sometimes when you move the arm folds the wrong way. And so it looks a little goofy. And you'll see, like, if you go to a couple of the first animations, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the arm has to, like, you have to stretch the arm way out for it to bend properly. And I know that the latest update to character animator, they worked on that, but there was some limitations that were happening. But now that everything is like legit and we have an understanding and me and this dude are going at this as a team, I'm doing everything in Animate, well, Photoshop. I'll do the designs, like the background paintings and stuff in Photoshop. I'll bring that into Animate. I'll do the rough sketch like you saw of this dude in Photoshop. I'll bring that into Animate. I'll create the character in Animate, and then I'll animate and animate. You see what I mean? That's so stupid. Like, what else are you going to do in a program named Animate? So yeah, so I'll build the cartoon in Animate, and then I do everything in there. What else? And then, like, this is I guess a trick, or not really a trick, but a tip more than anything. When you're doing cartoons like this, the way I do it, I build everything in Animate. I animate and I do everything, and then I try to go in as a almost like if you're editing film, right? You have all of this video footage and you're just cutting and splicing and mixing and doing like this and transition from here to there and everywhere. That's how I do this too. So I look at everything that I want to do, if it's animated, and then I do like different renderings, like the wide angle shot, then the mid shot, and then the close-ups. And then I'll animate those, not animate, I'll render those out for both of the characters. And then once I have all the video footage, I use those and I treat it as like a video project. So I'll do my cuts and my transitions and the blends and all that stuff, all as if it weren't a cartoon, as if I went out with my GoPro and my drone.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, all that to say, don't work for free, but don't always say no. See if you can find a way to bring benefit, whether it's building your audience or I'm trying to think if there is. Oh yeah, like I said earlier, I did work for part ownership of a company. I've worked for hardware. I'm trying to think of if I have ever worked for like festival or conference. I want to say yeah, but I don't know if I might be lying. But like, for example, I said on the Discord channel that I got tickets to VidCon. I want to say that, well, I paid for these tickets, but I want to say that I've actually worked for a ticket to go to, it was probably like a Flash festival or something. There was a company that was going, and they gave me part cash, part ticket to a conference.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it works out for everyone because one, I get to go to the conference, and two, it's tax deductible for them. So you have to make things attractive to the people. Like for example, the company that I did work for a laptop, I told them that I'll do it for the hardware. I'll just keep the laptop when we're done. It was like a couple months worth of work. I said I'll work for the laptop, and they're like, "All right, cool. Do you want the money to pay for it, or would you rather us pay for it?" And I was like, "Well, if you guys want to pay for it, then that way it's tax deductible on your end, and I'll just take the laptop, and now I don't, we're good. Like, work for trade."
Okay.
Yeah. So there's always ways to find benefit.
Yeah, always.
And if it's a good company and you think that they're going to be around for a while, working for stock is a smart thing, because that's stuff that probably end up being more than the original. Oh, what's his name? You heard of the that artist? What's not Bobby Chu, but Bobby Cho, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Where he did that artwork for Facebook when they were first starting. You hear about that?
I think so. Yeah.
Where they didn't know how it. Well, they couldn't really pay for him because it was a startup, and so they're like, "Look, we're a startup, a Silicon Valley startup. We're thinking that this is going to be huge. Would you mind doing this for stock on Facebook?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." He didn't. He was doing fine, and then he got that stock on Facebook. And then when Facebook blew up, this dude put his feet right up. So now all he does, like he's got
Angel
a lot of Facebook money, and all he does is basically paint when he wants. And he's just living life right now.
Oh, I can't find it. It's Bobby Chu. Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, not Doctor.
Yeah, Bobby Cho. An artist paid in stock options to paint Facebook HQ's made, yeah, he made $200 million because he got stock options for Facebook. And when they went public,
Right? Yeah.
you want to talk about FU money, boy.
Yeah, he never.
$200 million. I'm like, I ain't not one more damn logo ever.
We're done.
He paints on money now. Yeah, he does. Like Long Arm said, he's
Yeah.
a gajillionaire. Yeah.
Because he probably still has it, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason to sell that.
You know how silly you have
How
to be?
How do you turn that into money?
How do you turn stock options into money?
But he would have to sell it in order to get it, right?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So
could you sell it and then buy some again at a
yeah,
good,
totally.
at a good rate?
Totally. Okay, so the way stock options work is you're given stocks are always worth getting if possible, even if they be a hit or miss. Yeah, totally. Noel, like Noel said, stocks are always worth getting if possible, even if they can be hit or miss. Sometimes it just takes one to take off. Yeah, exactly. So the way stock options work is once you're offered a stock option, it's at the rate. I'm not 100% sure what the rules are, but it's basically your it's called the stock option because you have the option to buy, and the option to buy stock when they go public. There's your company when it goes public, you go through this thing called the valuation.
Mm-hmm.
So they take a look at the idea that your company is doing, how much it costs to run the company. They talk about, they take a look at salaries. They took a look at all this stuff. And then they say, okay, your company is worth whatever much. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you can come back, Elizabeth. Otherwise, we'll see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
So then once a company goes through the valuation and then they go public, chances are that the value of the stock right when you go public is worth way more than when you were given the option to buy. So if I went in on a Facebook, if the option for when I had stock in my grandpa's company, I got paid the interest made every month. Yeah. And yeah, we're getting to that. But yeah, exactly what Noel said. So once the company goes public, you can take advantage of your option. So basically, if I have an option, if I have, 1,000 options at $1, and then the company goes public and the price is worth $50, you just made $49 on top of the one that you kept. Right. So that's where it becomes very valuable, right? So let's say you take advantage of the option, you buy, now you're a part owner of the company because you own stock in it. And then, so what Facebook ended up doing is it kept growing. When you have those stocks, if let's say you bought at $5, just say you bought a stock at $5 and it went up to $25.
Okay.
You just made 5 times your money.
Right.
Now you can sell those stocks, or you can sell part of the stocks. You don't have to sell the entire thing. But you can sell part of the stocks, take that money and wait for the value to come back down. So if the value of the company comes back down to $5, you can buy in all over again. And now you have all the money that you made before. So now you can actually buy even more. And then what you do is you wait for the value to go back up, and the value of a stock is literally just someone's opinion. How much are people willing to pay for that stock? And just like Noel said, if you own stock in a company and something happens, something good happens, like the not the value, but the money that they made, right? After operating costs and paying salaries and all that stuff, well, Noelle said that every month she made money, so that they're probably making really good money, and every month they have this extra money. So you can either take that money and push it back into the company to grow the company more, or you can do what's called a payout, and you take that money and you give your stockholders money back, because that's the name of the game, right? And so and that's why it's a not a bad idea, like Noel said. If it hits, you're in good shape. And if you didn't, then hopefully it wasn't that much time that you wasted. And at the end of the day, it might be a really cool story. But I mean, yeah, and that's just finding value. If you own stocks in a company, it might be worth more than that paycheck that you're about to get.
All right.
You know what I mean? So let's just say you're going to do a job for $2,000. Okay, so the story for this David Cho dude, he was going to do this work. He quoted them $60,000. They're like, "Would you rather have stock?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." And that $60,000, instead of having one paycheck for $60,000, this dude walked away with $200 million.
Yeah.
Right. And those are the things that you can keep in mind. You have the skills to be a benefit to these companies that are out here, especially startup companies. And you don't necessarily need to walk away with it. I've done combo deals, right? I've done combo deals where they're like, well, we'll give you half in cash, half in stock. Okay. I've done that too. Government contracting. Yeah, that's cool. He's in construction then, huh? We're talking about Noel's grandpa. And then Landon said, "I'm glad I decided no." What are you talking about? "I just had the opportunity to buy Uber stock before their recent IPO. I said no because they were such a crappy company to work for as a driver. I'm glad I decided no because they were already down below what they started at. I was thinking of flipping it quickly." Yeah. I mean, here's one of my stock market stories that I always feel bad about saying, but I bought Audible stock back when Audible was still brand new, and this is before iPhones and stuff. And so I bought into Audible, but then I don't even remember what the hell happened. I was like, "Well, this isn't going anywhere. I just don't see it." This is before iPhones and all this stuff. So I was like, they had their own little devices and stuff. I was like, "I don't know if this is going anywhere." So I sold my stock for no good reason. Maybe I needed to pay my rent or something goofy like that. So I sold all my stock. A couple years later, Amazon comes around, buys up Audible, and now Audible is just ridiculous.
Oh,
That's my just missed it story.
Yeah, that stinks.
Oh, that's cool. Good for you, Noel. Actually, my sister down there, she works at a contracting company. I wonder, you guys probably know a lot of the same people. I'm trying to remember one of my other friends owns a construction company. I can't remember what it's called, like Allied Construction or something like that.
Okay.
And then there's also JB Bostic. And that's another thing. Like, I was trying to do this Kickstarter and JB Bostic needed some work done. I said, yeah, sure, but don't pay me. Put it through the Kickstarter. I mean, there's so many ways to work deals. But you don't. My point is, you don't have to work for free. You can find different ways to get through and make things happen. Oh, so we started talking about going to different conferences.
Right. Conference season.
Not this weekend, but the next weekend after that.
Yep.
We are going to actually no, it is.
It is this weekend, actually.
Not this weekend, next weekend. Next weekend.
Sure.
Yeah. That's next weekend. God, I hope so. Checking calendar.
Something tells me this weekend.
No, it's not this weekend.
I think
It's next
it
weekend.
was this weekend too.
No, it's next weekend. It's the 7th and 8th.
Okay.
Or no, the 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th.
Yeah, the 8th and 9th of June. 8th and 9th of June, Ground Zero Animation Expo. I am super excited. Sketchzone has a table out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be fun to go and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Landon, I just remembered I have to reach out to you.
Noel, you should come out. See the guys.
Yeah, if you can. We'll call security right when you walk through the door.
Bring the
but
family.
I mean, so yeah. And then a couple weeks after that, well, longer than a couple weeks, probably a month and a week. I got tickets to VidCon.
That should be big.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. And if you don't know what VidCon is basically the convention for YouTube
videography, vloggers,
fanboys,
those vloggers and everything. Everybody's gonna be there,
right?
So you can meet people, connect to them, start doing collab videos. Are you gonna vlog?
Yeah. The Blue Cup. Eva's Expo is the second weekend of June. Eva would never call security.
Yeah, remember she has an in with
Eva. Right when you walk through the door, we're calling security.
Owner.
Yeah, so they have 3 tracks for VidCon. The one is, I think, for YouTube enthusiasts that they just like YouTube, the platform, and they just want to hang out in that environment. And then there's the creator track, which is the one that I signed up for. And then there's like a industry track, which is it's way more expensive. But I mean, they talk about like if you work for certain companies, or if you're like Giancarlo, or my neighbor is Juan Carlos, but Giancarlo was talking about he would be perfect for that because he's in the industry and he's already working as a video editor and shooter and all that stuff. So he's the one that talked me into checking it out and going. But like I said, I want to focus on being able to grow Sketchzone and Coconut Justice and everything. So because there's a lot of work that goes behind what we do, and it'd be cool if we could do things like be able to go to different conferences, to be able to talk to you guys about going to the different conferences and stuff. And I have birthday parties to go to, plus Charlie won't be there. Stop it. Get away.
He said, "Get away."
You guys are horrible.
People are what? It's nice.
So anyway, yeah. I'm excited. I want to learn more about this whole YouTube culture, and this is their 10th year anniversary of doing VidCon.
It's gonna be a big one, probably. I need you to meet some YouTubers, man.
I know.
Collabs. Pull out some Nelly vibes. Bring it in full circle. Look at that. Do this. I'm good. Yeah, this is why we're talking about collabs.
Oh, you make me want to roll my windows down
and cruise. Yeah, so
that would be funny.
No, but you should go. It should be good. If you're gonna live vlog, then cool.
And yeah, I'm gonna try to
make sure you have your YouTube thing going.
Yep. Oh, I did this. Oh.
Turn on the.
I got all my YouTube things happening. So I have this Rode microphone that I was using as a boom mic.
Yeah.
I've been trying to adjust things. Then maybe you can be on the streamies. I mean,
oh, that's an award show. Yeah, the streaming. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I got my little microphone, my Rode mic.
So that's going on top. So that goes on top of the camera, right? It's gonna be heavy, right?
Not necessarily. This thing is pretty light.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I have it on this little tripod, because now if I have I thought that's interesting. Oh no, that does go in there. I just broke this thing. Maybe?
What?
Dude.
How'd you do that?
I don't even know.
What did you do?
I don't know. There's like bits and pieces coming off.
It probably just got unscrewed.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Got screwed back.
We back.
I was about to beat you.
I had a heart attack.
You did. I saw the face. Yo, somebody clip that.
I got my little boom mic, and it's got this little cable there, and I got the little extended cable, so now I can set up the camera here and then have the microphone out of frame, but still. Bam.
Wait a minute.
What are you losing elections?
Oh,
yeah, Landon. It's called Podcast Movement or something like that.
I misread that.
She said, "Why are you always breaking or losing electronics?" Okay, I was like, elections, like. I'm legit going through my head like, what have we talked about on this show? Yeah, exactly. Landon knows.
Yo,
Landon knows. If you're listening on iTunes, Landon said my next YouTube video is going to be my fight with Rode. If you go to my YouTube channel, I did like a 2-part episode on my fight with DJI with my drone when I landed. When my drone decided to land itself in the ocean. And the cool thing is, it was pretty exciting dealing with DJI through YouTube. But I mean. It'd be easy to say I kind of lost that fight. I had to pay what, 200 extra.
Yeah, you lost.
I had to pay
Give me the
200.
1-2 whap whap. No, but I'm excited for VidCon for you because that's gonna be a really good. You're gonna meet a lot of people. You don't have no problem talking to people, so yeah, it's gonna be a good thing because then you're gonna start.
And those are the things that I want. Those are the things that I want to be able to do with what we're doing, is to be able to have all three of us show up somewhere.
Yeah.
Or even like if we get to the point where like some of our listeners, if they wanted to go with us, maybe we can do like a raffle or something. Like those are all the things do, like to help
street team.
Yeah. To help build the community and because how cool would it be? Like we go somewhere and we're like, hey, Landon, we're gonna go to Animation Con or
TwitchCon somewhere,
TwitchCon, and then dude lands a gig somewhere. And all of a sudden, we'll have him back on the show.
Residual content.
Not Noel though.
Cool.
Noel nowhere. She's
got Noel on the show.
She's got a 10-page report to write.
Should be done with.
I don't think they have a
done with that
report card.
Report card.
I'm writing that down. That was pretty funny. We might have a show title.
On our way to Report Con.
Who's going to
Report Con?
10-page.
Send them straight to Report Con.
Not necessarily pimp out his fans. I would rather pimp out some of these damn advertisers to help us grow this stuff.
This section
that's my goal.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, even that would be cool.
I do an unboxing. I don't care. I will unbox any type of phone you want to send.
Oh yeah.
Any type of electronic new piece of software. I will do one every week. Cause that'd be nice.
I'm telling you. Paper is due Tuesday. You better get to work, girl.
You got this. Got all weekend. That's all that old thinking. You got all weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. I got something. Because I was close to you this past weekend.
You're closer.
You still were forever far away in northern regions of California, where I was in beautiful Huntington Beach for 5 days.
And if you haven't been there, you're missing out.
Yes. It's a special place on earth where time stops.
It's a wonderful place.
Yes. But on Tuesday, I decided to take my shiny new Hyundai Tucson on the 405 and venture. Rental car.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, because I needed transportation. And I took that down the 405 north, connected to the 605
or how the natives call it, the devil's taint.
Yes. And then no, black people don't swim, Landon. No. Sorry. Moving on. Went on down and visited Mr. Jack. Jack opened the keys to the kingdom for me.
Birthday boy Jack?
Birthday boy Jack.
What?
Let little Charlie into the locked gate at DreamWorks and gave me the full VIP tour of the compound.
That's pretty cool.
So it was good. It was good to see my old friend, and then it was good to see him in his surroundings as the animation director on one of the projects over there at DreamWorks for DreamWorks TV.
That's pretty cool stuff, huh?
Oh man, I was on cloud 9. I didn't care that it took me an hour and a half to drive from Huntington Beach to Glendale.
That's where we differ, but yeah, I get it.
Yes. Because Carlos is used to that traffic. Yeah, that was the first for me. Come around the bend. Oh, I'm all the way to the right, so that way I can get off when I need to. But I'm just gonna follow the traffic, the flow of traffic around, and then oh my God, how did I get 7 lanes over from where I need to be? And then Google yells at me and says, "Get off!
Get off!
You should be getting off right now, Charlie." Yes, Google, but there's 6 lanes of traffic that says you're not going anywhere.
Million people in the way.
Very well, Charlie. Redirecting. Google, don't play with me. I have to be at DreamWorks by 11:30 so I can meet Mr. Jack. And then Google yelled at me and told me to follow directions. I was like, okay, then Google, get me there. So after we fought in this new car, don't get me started on Android Auto, the app because I have a Google Pixel, so I have to use Android, and I had to use this third-party auto app that connects to your. It's supposed to connect the phone to the onboard screen, so I don't have to look down at my phone. Did that work? No, but that's for another show.
Oh,
fuck you, Android Auto. It sucks. That app sucks. Google, go ahead and make a good Android app for your phones that doesn't like go to your phone and ignore your screen, and it only lets you use that screen for like 2 drives. And also, you come back in the car when everything connects again. It just stays on the phone, but gives you the Bluetooth through the speakers, so that was fine. So at least I can hear it without having to use my phone speakers. But whatever. I said this is not going to stop me from driving my butt off, doing some of the best driving I've ever done in my life. After some near misses and some crazy people almost hitting this brand new rental car that like I feel like there's like a target on your back. You have a rental car on the 405 or in LA traffic whatsoever. I don't know how you people learn to drive.
That's just it.
I'm still jealous. You're gonna call me crazy. I really wish I had a motorcycle because I watched motorcycles for the last 3.5 hours being in the car, just zip on by me and do things I cannot do. And these weren't crazy drivers on motorcycles. These are normal people.
Yep.
And then I watched a cop on a souped up bike basically pick people at random to get pulled over. It was almost like, haha, you had nowhere to go. Make your way over to the side of the road so I can give you this ticket for you just sitting there. I watched a cop, like I stared at the same blue car for like an hour and a half. It stuck with me on every exit. And then I watched the cop drive on up behind him and then pull him over. And literally see the woman go, what? like she put her hands up. You can, as I'm driving by her. What? Like, why are you pulling me over? You LA people are crazy. Mm-hmm. I would not be yelling at any cop in a mean tone. What?
Shoot.
Mr. Williams, get out the car, please. Anyway, so I made it to Jack's, made it on time because I was punctual. I was early, so I chilled in my car because you need a little downtime. You need a little downtime after me driving my ass off and getting there in an hour and a half. So I thought I was pretty good because it felt farther, but it wasn't. It was just a long time on the 5.
Yeah,
about 10 mile stretch on the 5, which felt like it was like 2 hours. You know, there's points in the trip where I thought I wasn't going to make it. Like, I just thought this is going to take forever. I'm going to be at his work at like 2:00. He's like, sorry, I got to get back to work, you know, but I made it. Jack comes down, welcomes me with open arms. Funny note, who was it? Oh, it was it was a security guard at the gate, you know, the big famous gates or whatever.
Yeah.
That you see. Mm-hmm. She lets me in and she lets this other woman in. And he said, "Are you guys together?" We vehemently say, "No, we're not." He's like, "Oh yeah, because cool, because you guys had 2 different handlers." So I didn't know. I'm like, "Well, that means we're not together, woman." Whatever. But like when she opens the gate, she's arguing with this squirrel, and like so the squirrel's coming up to her, and she's like, "No, I don't have any food." And the squirrel is literally like haggling her like a Chicago beggar. So she says, "No, I don't have any food." She turns around 2 or 3 times and then goes into the little security booth, at the gate, and closes the door, makes the point to close the door, and the squirrel stops and sits there at the door. And I'm like, okay, this is weird to me because I was like, A, I'm at DreamWorks, and I'm already feeling a little magical. And two, you got to understand the history of DreamWorks because they used to, from guys who started DreamWorks or whatever, they got a little feud with Disney, I think.
Yeah, they
do. Because if you look on Google Maps right now for DreamWorks, right, and then you look at all the businesses around DreamWorks, it's nothing but Disney. So DreamWorks bought, so they left, the people who started DreamWorks left Disney or whatever, started their own company. It's like, oh, we got this land right here, not too far. We'll buy this land and we'll build DreamWorks, right? And Disney's like, oh, but we need to make sure you don't get any bigger. So they buy up everything around DreamWorks.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking around, you'll see Disney, there's Disney Imagineering studio there. There's a bunch of different Disney studios, ABC, something, whatever is up the street. And then there's DreamWorks here on the end. And they can't go any farther. And it was hilarious. So in my head, when I'm watching this squirrel argue with this security guard, I'm thinking to myself, yo, squirrels back home don't really do this. Squirrels back home are really vicious.
Yeah, squirrels back home, man. They straight up they break into your car and
it'll bite your face.
Yeah. Squirrels out here stop and have conversations with you. You're like
a weird tame cat. I was like, the girls were kind of chuckled to herself, but I was like, yo, do you see this squirrel right here? And then it kind of just scurries off like it's nothing. Like she has conversations with Ed the squirrel all day. Anyway, I was like, okay, where's Jack at? So then I look up and Jack, here Jack is. He's like, and Jack is just how you would think he is on the show. He gives me the option. He say, okay, Charlie, you want me to give you a tour or something, or you want to eat? I was like, let's eat first, Jack. He's like, okay, cool, let's go eat, because I was kind of hungry. Cool, I was like, cool. So we go eat. In the courtyard is really nice. DreamWorks it's got a big compound. But what is weird in that area is parking, right? So DreamWorks also has another building. It's like a big tower in downtown Glendale where DreamWorks TV used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the process of moving all the creative onto the main campus and then kind of moving all their business people into that, corporate tower that's in downtown Glendale or whatever. And the only thing they really have to worry about there is parking, because the parking is the issue just in general. You're not even at DreamWorks, just in that whole area. You know this, Carlos. So yeah, right. So things are moving around and a lot of new people are over there now, and it's kind of cool. But they have an amazing cafeteria, where you can get anything you want, and then outside when it's nice, they have a whole grill station. So where did I go when I have to pick? I'm gonna go
to the grill.
So we went over to the grill, and that's where and Jack was like, "Cool, let's do that." So he did the grill with me. Grilled some nice little burgers. We had those. And we ate a nice little summary pasta salad type deal, and it was good. So we had lunch and we talked over lunch and ate and was merry, and then we did the tour. So then Jack gave me the full behind the scenes tour.
Did he take you to that hidden bar place within the walls?
Oh no, we didn't go over there. Oh, I forgot about that.
That's a dope little spot.
No, he didn't take me to the bar. He took me around to everywhere. We went everywhere else. And then Jack was like, yo, so this is a cool building. I better get you over to the building I'm used to. I think we're wandering a bit. So I was like, and then we see signs right as we leave. No guests no guests from this point on. I was like, cool. I was like, luckily we got out of that building. Jack is like, yep, we're gonna go to a building I know. So we went over to his building, got to see his office. Very stylish. His Cintiq with this arm on the end of his desk, baller. I don't know how much that I don't know how much that arm is, but like it's amazing.
Like that one?
Oh yeah, it was similar to that. Yeah. It was similar to that. A little bit. Yeah, yours is cool. And like, why you got stunt like that's not even cool. But like yours is cool. Jax was like nice. So that was cool. And he showed me his little station, how he's like reviews shots and stuff like that. And they have this whole proprietary tool. And then like Jack said, pro tip about Jack, he does a lot of drawing nowadays. He's got a lot of storyboard stuff and a lot of other stuff, which is like obviously as animators and artists and stuff like that to get to that point, like he gets to draw at work too. So that's cool. Gets to critique the animation, jump in when he needs to, but lots of drawing that he has to do too, and a lot of critiquing. On his Cintiq, he had a massive spreadsheet, which was just looked intimidating to me.
so Charlie's actually all those times that we tell you guys that that Jack is stuck at work. Charlie's telling you why.
Yeah. Jack's got a big job. It's put his job way in perspective. And like just seeing what he does, it's so cool to see the combination of where Jack's been. Because you've heard about, if you go back and listen to the episodes we did where we featured each of us, listen to Jack's episodes. So you kind of get his story if you didn't know. That's a good one to go listen to because Jack don't normally talk about work like that. But that was one of my favorite episodes. If you go back and look at it, I don't know what episode number it is, but it's the one where we talk about Jack and Jack's the face. So just go find it. It's not hard. There's not a lot of episodes that have Jack's face, which probably there's none but that one. So go check that one out. Anyway, then Jack took me around and I met his team. We went on down 2 doors down. There was 2 other directors. They had the door closed and they were working. Looked very, very busy. And then the 3rd door down from that was the executive producer. This man was very nice. And I was like, I see what you're doing here, Jack. Thank you. So like I talked to him a lot and he was cool. He was really good. And then like we're leaving and then Jack's like, yo, so he's looking to come down this way too. Jack and the executive producer was like, this is why I asked what he does. I was like, oh, look at Jack being there. Oh, okay, cool. So I got all giddy. And I was like, cool. And then we went around and met some of his team. Took me around to the effects room, the effects artist, because I like that stuff. And some guy was working on some crazy simulation or whatever, but he wasn't at his desk. And then DreamWorks does a really good job at like highlighting their artists on their walls and stuff like that. So some of the pictures I got were like of just like cool artists on the walls that like work there in different departments, and they were just doing their work. One guy's gallery was called so I took a day off or something like that, and it was like all the different sketches that he did in the month that he was off. Yep, it was titled "I Took a Month Off," and then like it showed all his. He's a storyboard artist and showed all his cool sketches. And then another guy was a visual development artist and a 3D modeler. This guy looked awesome. You know who he reminded me of? His style reminded me of, because he's a double threat, right? Anytime you got a modeler like a CG, like a straight up 3D guy like me, but he can also really draw really well. I call that like the Valhalla of 3D artists, because like that's like really good. Notice how I'm like whispering right now, because it's really, really good if you can do both really well. Yeah. It's like a Danny Williams. Check out Danny Williams' show. We had him on a couple times. He's one of my like mentors.
5 or 36.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes up there that like he can do both. That means you can draw and then make whatever you want. It's fucking amazing. So it's cool. So he was good. So that guy was like featured in their coffee house or something like that. That was cool. I'll give Carlos the show notes for that one, because that guy was cool. And I think we found his Instagram, because me and Jack started looking up his Instagram at work. Like everybody we talked about, he had a really cool guy on his mouse pad that was like one of the other artists' husband. And he had a crazy story where he was working somewhere else and just stopped doing his job at one of these other animation companies and started making these like custom like sculptures for people. And then people was like, some executives like, oh, you should really work in console department. So he was like, okay. And then he got moved to the console department and was working on this. Like this dude, it's a crazy story, but I don't know how we can get him on. But like, I hope Jack can get him on, because that sounds amazing the way Jack told the story. So yeah, we look at a lot of artwork when we're like at Jack's job in his office, and Jack's looking up stuff. We're looking up. It was like artist inspiration all over again. And we're trying to find different stuff. We was looking stuff up for a couple minutes. So after he took me around to his whole team, I finally got to meet that effects artist that we were looking at his simulation. And I told the guy, "Yo, your simulation looked good, man. It looked cool. We saw it like building on your computer. I think you got an error or something, but I'm sure you'll figure it out." It was cool, and the dude kind of looked weird, like, "What?" I was like, "I'm just kidding." That was hilarious. I thought it was funny. I was laughing to myself on the way back because like the dude probably freaked out, like, "What?" But we took me around to the rest of the place, saw everything else, saw a lot of cool other stuff, and their training facility was really cool too. They have a training section there where like trains people on their new proprietary software and stuff like that. And so like that looked like old classrooms type stuff in the basement, in the not in the basement, but in one of the other buildings that Jack normally wasn't in. So we got to see that area too, which was kind of cool too. Kind of get a glimpse of like how people like get onboarded to all their different stuff. So all in all, it was a very good trip. Thanks again, Jack. I really appreciate it. It was great. Can knock it off my bucket list until I go back there again.
Right.
So yeah, it was cool, man. So yeah, that was like toward the end of my trip, and I just got back yesterday. So still trying to get back in the groove of things. So yeah, it went good.
That's a neat little trip. And I was trying to remember, there's someone that I know who has a family member that works at Disney.
Okay.
That knows both me and Jack, and we're talking about trying to do like a double header one day where we go to Disney and visit this guy's sister. I want to say, I just can't remember who the hell it is. But we're supposed to go visit the sister at Disney, and then we'll go hang out with Jack at DreamWorks, and then we drop the mic.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Hell yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So first I have to remember who the hell I was talking to.
Yeah, that's important. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you ready to wrap? What's next?
Yeah. No, that's about it. We put in just about 2 hours. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's good. Thanks for sticking around, everybody.
Yeah. Everyone except Noah.
Thanks, Noah.
So I think this coming week, the next show I will probably be in LA.
Okay.
So no, we're gonna do a show. I'll just probably be doing it from Jack's house.
Oh, okay.
And then in the calendar, yeah, I got this other thing. I got this wireless lapel mic. And it was back ordered, and I'm hoping that it comes in the next couple days, because depending on when that microphone comes in, that's when I go down to LA. So I'll probably head down.
Are you driving?
Yeah, because I'm going to be taking the computer and drawing tablets and stuff. We're going to be doing fun prompts again. So I want to be able to take the computers and drawing stuff. And when I'm down there, there's some folks that want to get together to brainstorm on some stuff. Like, so there's some musicians that saw Carlos's cartoon karaoke and they want to team up. And there's other stuff down there. I have some friends down there that make music and stuff, and they're asking me to swing by and stuff. So I'll drive down, but I'll leave. My guess is probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Go down there, hang out with Jack, do Ground Zero. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So next week at this time, we'll be broadcasting from Jack's house.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah. So it'll be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap this one up. Landon, Long Arm, who Elizabeth was here. There's a few other.
Noel.
Mm-hmm.
What we got here?
Elizabeth is here.
Oh, what's the name?
Anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out and listening to Noel's hella long stories. But hey, Charlie, if people are looking for you online, where can they find you?
A couple places. carlcollective.com/Charlie B. Williams, main site. Instagram.com/CharlieBW3. Posting a lot of lifestyle stuff, but also starting to post some 3D stuff here and there. I use Instagram as how it's been meant to use. I just post whatever I want there. I haven't made a full art one yet there, but you get a little taste here and there. But the stuff I post is good.
That's just it, though. Like, the way I see it is this: unless you got 100,000 or 1 million followers, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. And then Pinterest.com/CharlieBW3. Go there. That's been growing really big. That's doing really good right now. It's blowing up. So check that out. If you don't have an account, you should make one, and then get inspired and inspire others. Yeah. All right, guys. Get in your life.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. And sketchbookjack.com. Sketchbook Jack everywhere else. Happy birthday, Sketchbook Jack.
Happy birthday, Jack.
You guys should go on Instagram and just completely harass him. Anyway, I saw his name pop up on my phone, and he's messing around on Instagram right now.
Nice.
So anyway, sketchbookjack.com, Sketchbook Jack everywhere else. I'm Carlos. You can find me at coconutjustice.com, Coconut Justice everywhere else. And if you want to see all the goodness that's happening on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/coconutjustice, go there, subscribe. Working on a new video as we speak. There's going to be a new one coming out on Monday. What else? I guess that's it.
I think that's it. Until next time. Yeah.
I'm there on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
The gram.
And this is episode 183. Hopefully you got a little something out of it.
Yeah.
And we talked about finding value
in
some of the negotiations that you can do, and just find value. That doesn't necessarily have to be a paycheck, but don't leave empty-handed.
Right.
Anyway, so that means that there's 182 other episodes after watching this one that you can watch. We think that you'll find them entertaining. Let's see. You can go to sketch.zone to find all of those pre-recorded shows. And while you're there, you're going to see that we have a presence on Twitter and Facebook and, of course, Instagram. And if you're on Instagram and you want to participate in the drawing, it's Enchanted Robbing Gingerbread House. So there's no characters, there's no animals, no nothing. So the door is completely wide open.
There's so much there. There's so much there.
And what you do is you go to Instagram, you post it on Instagram, you tag us, go through the actual process, that little silhouette thing. I think it's a silhouette. But yeah, you go through that, tag us, and then we'll share it. And then, as we do at the beginning of every show, we'll take a look and we will see what the nation did. Drawingly.
We'll take a look.
So that's sketch.zone. Instagram is instagram.com/sketchzone podcast. And like you saw, we see you later, Landon.
See you, buddy.
We like it when you guys participate. Well, you guys meaning everyone except Noel. We like it when you participate in the conversation.
Noel too.
Stop being politically correct. You can catch us live we try to be here every Thursday night. But if you can't join us live, you can catch us on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, iTunes, and Spotify. And before I forget, go ahead and go through the process of subscribing to this channel and hit that little bell. So every time we go live or we post anything, you'll be alerted.
Yep.
It's really cool. All the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah, they're all doing it. Push the button.
LOL hater. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, guys.
And if you wanna share in some of the community activities, go to Discord. We have a Discord channel. If you go to tinyurl.com/sketchzone-discord, and we'll have that link in the show notes here under this video that you're watching. Go ahead and go over there. I wanted to say welcome to a new
activity. Crazy sound.
I wanted to say welcome to a new member of the Discord family, and that is
who is it? Let me go over to Discord.
That is
who is it?
Sonic Linkerman.
Oh, what up? Yo, Sonic Linkerman.
Bye, Elizabeth.
That's the name. See you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, so welcome. Welcome. What you'll notice is we have a bunch of channels within there. We try to share works in progress and get feedback. Landon takes advantage. He takes really good advantage of that channel there. And whenever anyone has any cool news or videos, whatever that they want to share, they share that. And we also have about 2D, about 3D, and hashtag fun prompt. So, yeah, I think you'll enjoy yourself over there. So that's tinyurl.com/sketchzone-discord, and links to everything we have going on are at the bottom of this video.
Cool.
And subscribe. All right, let's bring this one in for a nice smooth landing. Everyone, again, if you're in the chat, thank you, and we will see you next week.
See you next week. See you guys.
Have a good week.
Yes.